All right, so number 5. Damn, we almost finished, y'all. Like, okay, number 5 is friction. Now, when I say friction, I'm talking about from outside things touching your hair, rubbing against your hair. Okay, you want to not do that. Now, friction can come from, sleeping. When you go to sleep, you need to put something on your hair because, especially if you don't have satin sheets or something smooth, satin pillowcases or whatever, you need to put something on your hair. You need to put a scarf or a bonnet. Now, this is something that's very hard for me because I'm like, when I'm ready to sleep, I'm lazy. I'm really lazy. Like, I'm so lazy. Like, I I feel like it's a chore to get up to put a scarf on my head. So, I mean, I got a bonnet, which made it better. Just oof, it's over with. So, but I am gonna have to invest in a satin pillowcase because it's bad. Because I feel so terrible. Like, oh, I gotta get up and I gotta do this. I gotta put this damn bonnet on my head or the scarf on my head. But it's important. You need to do it. Also, it's getting colder now, so you might want to rock a hat or a scarf. So, a sweater. Be mindful of those materials, and those sweaters can be very harsh to your hair. When you put a hat on, you might want to put something on top of scarf, and work it in a way that people can't see the scarf, but you want that protective barrier between your hair and the hat, so it's not rubbed against and it's not causing friction on your hair and possible breakage. Also, another tip is when you're wearing sweaters, it's getting cold outside. If your hair is to a length that is actually brushing against your shoulders and your sweater, you might just want to wear updo that day and just forget it altogether. Okay, and also last thing is when you're washing your hair, once you wash your hair, once you actually wash your hair and it's time to dry, um, I I try not to use a towel. If I do use a towel, I'm not gonna do. No, that's not. I mean, why would you think it's good for your hair? That's not. That's something I was very guilty of when I was relaxed, but that's something that I've really changed. I don't do that at all. Now, if I do use a towel, I'm just gonna get the towel and I'm gonna blot it, like I'm gonna squeeze out the moisture out the water out with the towel. I'm not going to just haphazardly go through the towel in my hair. No, I'm not gonna do that. But um if I use a towel. Now, I usually use a t-shirt, the old t-shirt method. Use the old t-shirt, with the material is a little bit more, it's a little bit more pleasing for your hair. It's better for your hair when you're gonna dry it. And if not, if you don't want to do any of that, just let it air dry. Shoot. I mean, so let it air dry and just forget it all together. But you're in a rush. You don't have time, for it to be dripping all on your neck and all the water dripping all on your neck. So the best thing is to either do those two other methods. Use a t-shirt and even with a t-shirt, you don't want to do haphazardly. You still want to squeeze, take the towel or the t-shirt, put it over here and squeeze out the water. All right. Okay? Number 6, high manipulation. High manipulation. Like, when I say high manipulation, I mean stop touching your damn hair. Like, stop touching your hair so much. Like, especially if you're new. Like, if you're new, I know you're like just so amazed with your hair. Your hair texture is beautiful. And this is something I was guilty of, which I have really, really stopped. I mean, it's been about a year and a half now, so I've been natural. So, stop it. Just stop it, I say. Stop touching it so much. Try to do protective styles. Protective styles are good for your hair because, it's low manipulation. You're not always touching it. Now, I mean, and your hair my hair tends to grow more when I'm not touching it all the time. Because, when you're touching it daily, combing it, your hair comes out a little bit. I mean, it's not saying that your hair is unhealthy, but it's just natural. Your hair is going to shed. So when you're, doing stuff to it on a regular basis, and on top of that, when your fingers are constantly in your hair, if your hair is like mine, my hair tends to frizz. So, I mean, that's another disadvantage of always being your hair. So just stop it, stop it, stop it. I say, try not to touch your hair all the time. Try to do a protective styling like this year, earlier this year, I did a protective styling challenge. It was hard for me, especially I like to look different, all the time. But you can make it work. I did a two-strand twist. And then my hair was just in twist for a month and a half, a month. It was in two-strand twist for a month. So I did that. I did different styles with it. You can use bendy rolls, flexi rods, or whatever you want to call it. To curl it, or you can pin it up. I mean, it's still stuff that you can do to make it look different, but it's not as strenuous on your hair. So try to look into that. Try to look into protective styling, especially since it's getting cold outside. I mean, yeah, it's probably even better for you to get in protective styling. And my very last one is like the biggest one, and I'm saying number 7, last one of this list that I've compiled is hair ignorance. Okay, hair ignorance. When I'm saying hair ignorance, if you're newly natural, and even not, I'm not going to say that newly natural people are transitioning people, natural, or relaxed people, anybody. If you have hair in your head, basically, right? If hair grows out of your scalp, don't be ignorant. Don't just take people's word for it. Don't take my word or any other, YouTuber that's out there, or any, other person that's on the blog or whatever. Take your natural hair journey in your own hands. Do your own research. It's important. You need to know what, when you're putting something on there. I like to know, okay, this works on my hair. And why it works on my hair? It works on my hair because, it has this moisture in it. It works in my hair because, this is a protein treatment, and protein does this and blah, blah, blah. You need to know that information just for I feel just for your own knowledge, just so you know what you're talking about. And then also, it's going to help you so you can help other, natural upcomers, up and coming naturals, you can give them some advice, also, when you give them advice, let them know, like, okay, but you should research this yourself, but this is what, this is what I've read, and I can go to this book. I know when I first became, not even natural, when I was transitioning to natural, and I was on my way to being natural transitioning, I actually went to the public library. I went to the public library, and I looked in the catalog. I looked natural hair. Boom. About 5 books came up. I got them, read them. You know what I'm saying? Took what was best for me out of those books. Learned a lot about oils. You know what I'm saying? Natural hair oils and the best oils for me, and what I've noticed on my hair and what would help me. So that's just the best thing I would just advise you do. Do your own research. Don't just sit around here just taking everyone's advice. Because you're just gonna be mad. Because you're just gonna be mad because everybody's hair is different. My hair. My hair, it might look similar to some of you all out there, and I've learned that. And when I was looking at YouTube and I was trying to learn stuff, it was a lot of people hair that look similar to mine. I'm like, wow, her hair looks just like mine. That means, basically, if I watch her, I need to use everything she uses. If it works for her, it works for me. But that's not necessarily true, because I know some products out there I am not feeling like Eco Styler as a defining gel for my hair. No, it's too heavy. I don't like it. I don't like it. Kinky Curly, not feeling it too much. But it's other products out there that I use that I like. Jessie's, it's alright. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say. Let's go back to number 4. See how that just came right back? No, I'm sorry, not number 4. Number 3, product overload. What you can do, if you want to try the products, and so it's not so financially draining on your pockets, because come on now, people unemployed, these jobs laying off like crazy. Your financial situation. Try to get samples. Um, Try to get samples. I know Ulta has some samples. I wanted to try that Moroccan and Oregon oil. It's like in a turquoise bottle, and I was gonna buy the big one. The big one was like $8 for the shampoo, $8 for the conditioner. But then, first off, I don't want that product. I don't want a big thing in that product, right? If I don't like it, I want that. I want that initial. Oh, I think I might like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, Situation when I go for a new product. So they have samples of that. Also, my local beauty supply, they have samples. They have the little small Miss Jessie's. I have yet to buy a big Miss Jessie's. Miss Jessie's is like $30 for a thing, and I'm cheap. Like, yo, if y'all gonna watch my channel, y'all gonna know I don't like spending my money. I don't like. I do not like it. It's upsetting to me. So, if I'm gonna spend some money on it, I want it to work for real, for real. I want to really like the results. It's gotta be so amazing, amazing, zing. So, I got the samples of them. I got samples of the curly pudding, the curly meringue. I got a couple of them. And even they have like the real little ones. The real, like, maybe 4 ounce thing of 4 ounce thing of Miss Jessie's products, but they're like $10.99. So, but still, I didn't want to invest that if I didn't like it. So, do your thing. Also, you can go online. You can see if they offer samples and have them ship the samples to you. They're like $1.99. What's that gonna hurt, really? So, yeah. So that is all. So please comment and subscribe. Comment and if you think there were other sins I could have stated, and what you think on the sins I stated, and what you're gonna do to prevent it. If you have any other tips for any other naturals out here, because that's basically what I want my page to be about. I want us to have a discussion. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not. I'm on my natural hair journey just like y'all. So I'm learning on the way, and I'm learning from researching other people, my own hair, experimenting. So I have no problem with suggestions or whatever. So comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching Natural Beauty Queens channel with Lakeisha. All right. So yeah, do that. Bye.